Hello, everyone, and welcome to the LLG Bulletin vlog. I'm Helen McGrath, Head of Public Affairs, and I'm joined by our Bulletin Editor, Dennis Hall.
Hello again.
Plenty in the podcast this week, Dennis, but what would you like to highlight?
Indeed, Helen, there is. It's the elections and voter ID I'd like to highlight this week. They're in the news everywhere. Not enough people know about voter ID requirements, and few people are aware of what they need to do. And everyone predicts that vulnerable people are likely to miss out on their right to vote. And when you go to the polling station on the 4th of May, there'll be more than just polling staff waiting to greet you. And all of this is in Bulletin 15. Also, Committee Standards Chairman Lord Evans published a blog saying there is a need for greater proactive attention to standards to protect the integrity of government. All the evidence points in this direction, he says, and he sees hopeful signs that a number of welcome steps are being taken by government. Helen.
Thank you, Dennis. Now, the big news at LLG is that the LLG Awards nomination deadline has been extended by a week to the 1st of May due to lots of requests to do so. We aim to please, and we also aim to have a very successful awards night. So please do take the time to really celebrate our sector and give a lift and a well-timed boost to your team or a junior, whomever. But we should promote our sector and the brilliant work you do in your authority and your community. In events, we have Getting Ready for the Procurement Act this Wednesday lunchtime with Sharp Pritchard, so there's still plenty of time to book on for that. And looking ahead to the week after, our LLG webinar on the future of planning law, where Stuart Evans and Max Howarth from Anthony Collins will be examining proposals for change in the planning system put forward in the upcoming Levelling Up white paper, now that the previous white paper appears to have been abandoned. And there'll also be a focus on the Environment Act. Following a plea from the Eastern region, we've also arranged a roundtable on subsidy control model clauses on the 17th of May, with the aim of publishing an agreed list. In training, we have local authorities, companies, the law, key roles and risk on the 27th of April, and that's with Helen Randall from Trowers and Hamlins. You can also book on for our spring conference on the 9th of June, and juniors, look out for 10 free bursary places up for grabs to attend that conference, which can be applied for by application this week, so keep checking the website. Finally, for those of you who want to get to know our President Rachel McCoy, you can learn about her manifesto, passion for local government, and love of running by watching my interview with her, available on the website now. And it's that time again, Dennis, a sneaky peek at what's coming up in Bulletin number 16.
Well, Bulletin 16 will include an interesting piece from the Law Society on climate change. This is a first from them on this in terms of guidance. In a new publication entitled The Impact of Climate Change on Solicitors, the Society declares that law firms can refuse to act for polluters if the client's activities inhibit progress towards net zero. And the Law Society described this as a milestone climate change guidance for solicitors. The breaking news last week, of course, concerned the Dominic Raab resignation following the Tolley report publication. Now, this matters to us at several levels. First, as Standards Committee Chair Lord Evans continually highlights, the way government handles ethical issues matters to our confidence in government, and this is impactful on the public sector generally, including local government. Second, the Tolley inquiry attempts to draw a line between acceptably challenging behaviour and unacceptably intimidating bullying behaviour in a government environment. The parallels with our sector are all too clear, and bear in mind too that the SRA got approval this week to begin the regulation of toxic working environments in the legal workplace. And there'll be more on this in Bulletin 16. Helen.
Thank you, Dennis. And for more detailed coverage of the bulletin entries, don't forget to listen to the Grapevine podcast. So it's goodbye from me.
And from me too.